Okay, so this is going to be my first video of the EDC Disciple YouTube channel. This is going to be just a faith-based YouTube channel where we talk about everyday carry items, knives, flashlights, multi-tools, and things like that. And for this video, we're just going to do a quick pocket dump. I'm just going to do a little 10-minute pocket dump and then explain the things that I carry on me and why I carry those specific things. We're going to start with the more boring stuff first. So the first item is going to be my wallet. This is important. I mean, it holds my identification and things like that. So this is a Maxpedition hard use gear wallet. I've had it for I think 4 or 5 years and it's held up really nice. I carry my wallet in my back right pocket, and because of it being in my back pocket, I don't like to use like super rigid wallets like the Ridge wallet and things like that. I like my wallet to have some bend and flex, so that's why I particularly like this one. It's got good room for card, cash, all my important things like insurance cards, Polaroid pictures of my family and friends, and then my ID. And then it's got a slot for, you know, extra stuff. I just keep my school ID in there. So that's probably the first item. Then after that, we're going to go to the things that I keep for writing. So I like to have something on me just in case I need to write something down, jot down some notes, something like that. I write on my hand a lot. And so having this marker is the one that I keep on me the most. It's a fine tip Write in the Weather pen. So it is waterproof. You can practically write on anything. And then I wrapped a little bit of athletic tape around it just so I can get a better hold. I am left-handed, so I write left-handed. So that one is first. Then the next pen that I like is this Micron pen. This is the one that I use to jot down notes in my Bible and things like that. It's also a super fine tip. It's just, they're really good pens. They're very quality. I need to get another one because this one's kind of worn out, but I'll use it till it dies. And then this is just a Bic pencil. It's just a mechanical pencil that I like. I carry lots of mechanical pencils in my backpack, but I like to have one specifically in my pocket just in case I need it real quick for jotting down notes, or even in robotics class, just grabbing it, marking a piece of wood or a piece of metal, and then cutting it. So those 3 pens kind of in my rotation. I rotate through all 3 of them. I don't always carry one. Sometimes I carry none. If I'm just going out, I'm not going to carry a pen usually, but I might throw this one in there just in case. The next thing is going to be my keys. I currently don't have a car right now, so nothing too crazy. Just my house key, and then a Hot Wheels Porsche keychain because I both like Hot Wheels and I like Porsche, and so it's just cool. And then this is all on a carabiner, so I can just clip this to like my belt loop and then shove it in my pocket and forget about it. And then when it's there, I need it. I have quick access to it. Nothing too crazy. The next thing would probably be my jewelry or the things that I keep on my wrists. So the first thing that I keep on my wrist, and the most important part, is my watch. This is a Cento Core. I've had this watch. I've been wearing it for about 5 or 6 years, maybe, give or take. Probably a little bit less than that. But my dad was wearing it before me, and so he used it for probably 8 or so years. And I really like this watch. I needed to get a new battery for it. Sadly, it's running out. But it's got a good watch strap. It holds to my wrist really nice, and it fits. I wear it on my right hand. And, you know, it's not a stylish watch at all. It's just a little tactical watch. So I keep that. Then I wear a ring on my right middle finger. This is a bearing from my first skateboard that I dremeled out the center, filed it out to where it fits my middle finger, and it also can go on my pointer finger if I would like it to. I don't usually run it right there. I just put it right there and then leave it. And then I put some bluing solution on the outside just to have extra protection and then make it black because I really like the black color. And then I wear this bracelet on my left hand. It is just a James Avery Christian bracelet. My dad gave it to me a while back, and I've been wearing it for about 1.5 years. It's really good, just a reminder for me to just look down and remember the love that the Lord has for me. And so I wear that a lot. Now we're going more into the fun stuff, you know, the tactical stuff, things like that. So the first thing in my tactical, quote unquote, gear is going to be a custom pry bar. I really like this thing. I made it from an old file in my shop. It's just got a angled bit right here that you can use to pry open things. You can also use it as a screwdriver. You can maybe use it as a shiv. Who knows? It's just for whatever you need it to be used for, you can use it for. As well as it's got a little bottle opener on the side. You can also still use the file because it still has good grip to it or good texture. And then I drilled out a hole in the back, put a little lanyard on it just so I could grab it real quick. And then this sits right next to my wallet in my back pocket, just in case I need it, in case I need to open a Mexican Coke or something like that. Then I also have my phone and then my AirPods. My phone is what I'm recording with. It is an iPhone 13 and just a black OtterBox case, nothing special. I don't really care about my case as long as it protects my phone. And then these are just AirPods, I believe maybe Gen 2 AirPod Pros. They're the ones without buds, because they fit better in my ear, as well as the actual case being smaller, so it doesn't take as much room up in my pocket, and then it's also lighter. I don't use a case because I don't find the need to. I don't really drop these that much. They kind of just come out of my pocket, charge them, and then they go in my pocket. So those, I listen to a lot of music, so it's very nice to have them. And then with my phone, you know, I use it for everyday things, communication, block blast, things like that. Waste time on it. And then my chapstick, arguably one of the most important things, because in the dry season and then in the winter time, this comes in handy so much. I used to get chap lips a lot as a kid, to the point where my parents called me Chappy. And so I have a stockpiled amount of Burt's Bees peppermint lip balm. It's amazing. It's my favorite. Everyone has their niche thing. This is my niche thing because it is just that important to me. I cannot go without chapstick. The next thing is going to be my light. I do carry a light on me just in case. This is just a small Milwaukee. Small. It's actually pretty big. It's just a Milwaukee light. It has 3 different settings: small, large, and then like in the middle. You know, it's bright, it has good candela, and then it has a really wide field, which is what I like most about it. And it is Milwaukee, so it's super durable. You know, it's tough. It's not going to break. It doesn't scratch that easy. I've been carrying this for about a year, maybe. I do have Streamlights. I do have Surefire, and I have Olight, and I just like this. I love the fact that it has a magnet on the back. So if you're doing something, you know, at night, maybe with a car in the hood, you can just stick it right there, and then you've got a light in your engine bay. So that's really nice. Has a super deep carry pocket clip, which it just tucks it away in my pocket, and I don't have to worry about it at all. And I know it will catch on things and things like that. So it's small, you know, gets out of the way. It's also very rigid, so you can like just use it. You can abuse it. You can use it like a hammer, whatever. The only thing that I don't like about it is the fact that it is rechargeable. Rechargeable lights, the lithium battery in the rechargeable light has a steady drain. So your battery won't always be full, if that makes sense. That's why with Surefires and Streamlights and stuff like that, you can take the back off, you can switch out the battery, super easy. I tend to like that more, and I have Olights and things like that I really like, but this is just what I've been sticking to recently. And I've kind of been testing it, seeing if I like it. I'll probably stick with it for a little bit and then switch it up, because I like to switch things up. I don't like consistency when it comes to what I carry in my pockets. And then the last thing, which we're going to talk a little bit about, is the knife. This is probably what most of y'all will be here for. The knife that I tend to consistently just keep going back to is going to be my Kaiser Begleiter. This is CG or VG10 steel, so it's a nice steel, not pot metal or anything like that. It's a liner lock design, which I actually really like liner locks. I know a lot of people don't like them because of the fact that you could close the blade on your finger, but that's never really happened to me, and so I don't worry about that. It's also got a good, like, it's rigid, it's sturdy. I feel like I'm holding a knife. Like I'm not holding a piece of plastic or flimsy piece of plastic. I like the metal rigidity. I like a thick knife. And so it's just a really good one. It's got a nice pocket clip on it. I do keep this in my left-hand side front pocket, right next to my pins if I'm running a pen. If I'm not, then I'm not running a pen. But I just like this knife a lot. Feels really good in the hand. And it's not too terribly expensive. It's like a $50, $60 knife. So if I lose it, I'm not worried about it. I've had it for a couple of years now, and it's probably my most consistent carried knife. That and maybe a Civivi, because that's another cheap knife, something like that. I'm thinking of switching up the knife though. I have a knife that I've been wanting to test for a while now. I've been watching some reviews, and I think it's the knife that I'm going to switch to for a couple months and then put out a review comparing it to its counterpart. So I saw this at Walmart. It's an Ozark trail knife that looks a heck of a lot like a Benchmade bug out. It doesn't feel like a bug out necessarily. They're obviously designed the same. I have an actual bug out right here. So this is the actual bug out, the full size with all the, all the doohickeys, the copper and stuff like that. And they definitely don't feel the same. This is significantly lighter, and then the action is significantly stiffer. But that's also not a bad thing, because a lot of people don't want the blade closing on their finger, which this one, it definitely would. It would 100%. It's got a very, very bearing-y, very fidgety type, like open and close. But it's D2 steel, so it's not crap steel. It's pretty good. It's made in China, which, whatever. But like, it's not horrible, and that's the thing that I want to test out, because a $200 knife compared to a $10 knife that you can get at your local Walmart, like, this is a good deal. This should be something every dude just throws in their hunting pack or throws in their backpack or has in their truck or car, because it's just something that you can beat this up. You can forget about this knife. You can lose it. You can throw it. And with these bright orange scales, you just throw it in the grass and then you find it. But I'll probably do a review comparing the two once I've actually tested this knife, because obviously Benchmade has been tested. I'm not going to durability test them or anything. I'm just going to see how I like this compared to how I like the Kizer and other things. And so yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about EDC things or about me personally. I will have a Bible verse here. Probably different every video. It might be similar, whatever. But I'm just going to go ahead and end the video there. There's not much else to talk about. And leave me good feedback. If this gets any traction, cool. If not, I'll just have it. So I hope everyone has a blessed day. And thank you for watching.